Hello and well met, traveler. Come and relax here by the fire as I tell you a story about a swashbuckler whose glare is quite possibly worse than their bite. Pathfinder Intimidation works differently. r/dndstories posted by the Pure Healer. So, I was playing a game of Pathfinder 2E. I wasn't really the tank in the party, but I was sort of off-tank, the bruiser who dealt heavy hits and sent enemies flying. I played a small, overconfident gnome and former highwayman robber who called himself the Duke. Now, the Duke was a braggart swashbuckler. If you don't know how the class works, imagine a mix between a rogue and a fighter. Braggart is a subclass with a heavy focus on intimidation. I had a few important feats. Feats are a lot more common in Pathfinder 2E. One was Intimidating Glare, which made me not need to speak to an enemy to intimidate them, which made the language barrier a moot point and made my character able to intimidate monsters a lot easier. He also had Intimidating Prowess, which gave him a bonus to intimidation when he physically menaced people. Finally, he had Antagonize, which made it so an enemy could not stop being frightened by him unless they attacked him or performed a hostile action against him. When things got complicated was when me and the main tank champion were ambushed. Despite both of our amazing strength, we were both shoved by some cultists as an entire mob of people ambushed our back line. I knew right then it was gonna be a grueling fight. The champion could brace between the walls of the pit to climb up, but I, being a small gnome, wasn't big enough to, and was stuck until he could drop a rope down. I saw that the back line needed something to help them survive, but I would never make it in time to save them if I tried to climb out. They needed something to protect them now. Then I got the greatest idea any braggart has ever gotten. It's true, I couldn't reach them, but the enemies could still see and hear me. I had 3 actions a turn like anyone does in Pathfinder 2E, and I had a very good intimidation score. So just imagine a gnome screaming, cursing, roaring, and glaring from down a 30-foot pit, yelling obscenities about the cultists' mothers and how he would spank them all with his flail. But more than that, imagine that working! I got 4 successes and a crit success in 2 turns. Due to Antagonize, the enemies could not get rid of the frightened condition unless they attacked me, and I was down a 30-foot pit alone. And that, my friends, is how one gnome cursing a bunch of cultists out from a pit saved the party. Ah, Swashbuckler. It can be such a fun class to play in Pathfinder 2nd Edition and has quite a bit of options like this intimidation build. I will say that OP was lucky that the cultists didn't simply decide to stop observing them to shake off that frightened condition. But of course, the rule of cool. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to just toot my own horn here a bit and recommend the Swashbuckler episode of At the Table on the Nat20 Productions official channel here on YouTube if you want to learn about the class from Pathfinder 2E. I'll also try to link it here on the video as well and in the description below. And that's our story. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more future content. Also, if you would kindly follow the socials posted in the description, That would be amazing! As always, be good, be great, be awesome!